The Mahabharata, Adi Parva, Chapter 11. The Princess. Bhishma appointed Kripacharya as a teacher to the princes, sons of Dhritarashtra and Pandu. The sons of Dhritarashtra were known as Kauravas after the family name for the sake of distinction. The sons of Pandu were known as Pandavas, though technically they were also Kauravas as they belonged to the same family. Kripacharya taught the princes the use of arms, especially the bow and the arrow. Yudhishthira was the eldest of them all, and he was known for his sense of equilibrium and fair play. Bhima and Duryodhana were of the same age, born on the same day. Bhima was blessed with a strong physique. In sheer bodily strength, nobody could surpass him amongst his contemporaries. His juvenile pranks struck terror into the hearts of Kauravas. He was a good swimmer. When the Kauravas got into the Ganges for bathing, Bhima would catch some of them, push them under his arms, and swim speedily, and almost choke them to near death. When they climbed up a tree for play, Bhima would come from an unexpected corner and shake the tree with such a force that they would fall on the ground like scattered fruit. Every day, the sons of Dhritarashtra sustained bodily injuries as a result of Bhima's perverse jokes and were humiliated. Duryodhana, as the eldest, used to challenge Bhima, championing the cause of his younger brothers, but he was no match to Bhima. Thus, the sons of Dhritarashtra nursed a deep hatred and envy towards Bhima from infancy. As the princes grew up, Arjuna developed the aptitude for the bow. Because of his mellowed personality, exemplary character, and conduct, Yudhishthira impressed all the people with the potentialities of an ideal king. He treated all his brothers affectionately, and in the absence of their father, all the younger brothers showed him respect due to the father. Though the Kauravas and Pandavas grew up together, playing and learning together in mirth and merriment, the division into two camps became evident from their childhood. Bhima, though under the titular control of Yudhishthira, was the de facto leader of the Pandava camp, while Duryodhana was the acknowledged leader of the rival faction. In the eyes of Duryodhana, the Pandavas obviously were intruders, and he was not able to understand Dhritarashtra was so indulgent to them. Hitherto, Duryodhana and his brothers were enjoying the affectionate patronage of Bhishma exclusively. The Pitamaha was not only showing equal consideration to the Pandavas, but sometimes partial towards them. Gradually, Duryodhana developed a grouse against the Pandavas. The overbearing attitude of mighty Bhima was the immediate problem with which Prince Duryodhana was confronted with. So he conspired with his brothers, who were the victims of Bhima's naughty behavior day in and day out, to put an end to him. One day, while he was sleeping, the Kauravas tied him with wild creepers and threw him into the river Ganges. Earlier, his food was poisoned. Duryodhana was quite sure Bhima would die and the problem would be solved. Yudhishthira inquired about the whereabouts of Bhima. Duryodhana was ready with the answer that Bhima went into the city. However, Yudhishthira, suspecting some foul play, sent his brothers in search of Bhima. But the brothers came back quite disappointed after a door-to-door search. However, Bhima returned home warily. He was not drowned, but was washed ashore by the river current. Kunti and Yudhishthira welcomed him and kissed him warmly with great joy. They could very easily identify who the real culprits were in their heart of hearts. They discussed the matter with Vidura, who counselled cautious approach. He said, open accusation against Duryodhana will serve no useful purpose. He will level counter allegations against Bhima and mutual recriminations will start. Better be silent and take your own precautions. After all, you form the stronger side, and very often incapacity and wickedness go together, and this is now the case with the Kauravas. Yudhishthira warned all his brothers to be silent, but was not complacent. Adversity thus cemented the mutual bonds of affection amongst the Pandava brothers. Duryodhana was surprised to see Bhima survive the ordeal and attend the usual avocations next day in the school quite silently and nonchalantly. End of chapter 11.